Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Joni Ogg, and on behalf of travelprofessionalnews.com and homebasedtravelagent.com and findahosttravelagency.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to be with us. Now, with us today are Carlin Okamura, Wendy Graziano, and Erica Banghart with Nexion Travel Group. And just let me share a little bit about these wonderful ladies with you. They are just such a joy to work with. Carlin Okamura is a sales manager with Nexion Travel Group and is responsible for increasing Nextion's membership with new, experienced leisure and corporate travel professionals. She has more than 30 years of travel industry experience in sales, customer service, training, and support, and she's played a strategic role in growing Nexion Travel Group's membership from 650 when she started in 2005 to more than 4,000 today. Carlin works and resides in Oahu, Hawaii. And Wendy Graziano is a sales manager with Nexion Travel Group, and she's been in the travel industry for 30 plus years, including selling leisure travel in a storefront agency and as a travel manager in the corporate arena. She's responsible for recruiting top quality travel professionals who have a true passion to grow their business and represents Nexion Travel Group at a lot of the travel trade shows and conferences to promote the host agency to new, experienced corporate and leisure agents and agencies. And Wendy works and resides in Sacramento, California. And Erica Banghart is a sales specialist with Nexion Travel Group. And she is in her role, Erica supports the Travel Leaders of Tomorrow program with interview process, and she recruits new to the industry advisors with Nexion Travel Group. And she does this by establishing relationships with individuals and sharing her own experiences as a former Nexion Travel Group advisor herself and an agency owner. Erica has more than 20 years of experience in sales. So obviously we have a lot of experience with these three ladies as our speakers. She works and resides in the mountains of central Colorado. So they all come from beautiful places. Today's topic is boost your customer base with these simple social media solutions. We've had a great response to this webinar, and we should have a great turnout today. Please remember that you're all muted, but we welcome your questions, and you can just type those at any time you want in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. And when this presentation is all over, we'll take as many of those questions as we can. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the microphone over to the ladies with Nexion. Welcome, Carlin, Wendy, and Erica.
Thank you, Joni. Welcome to everyone. We are so excited to be here, and I am Carlin Okamura, the sales manager at Nexion Travel Group. And as Joni mentioned, today I am here with Wendy Graziano and Erica Banghart as well on our sales team. And here we are, Nexion, at 20 years strong. We've seen quite a few bumps in the travel industry road, but travel and the travel industry always prevails. We're such a resilient industry, and we can bounce back the travel industry is one that bounces back so quickly. So by partnering with Nexion Travel Group, you can definitely succeed in this unpredictable time, and we help you with the support and all of the resources that you need. And because of the relationships that you have with your customers and the value that you bring, a lot of industry experts are predicting that the home-based independent travel advisor will do well coming out of the pandemic. And so the lessons that we've all learned are even more important now. You must all innovate, adapt, protect your businesses, your passion, your clients. And here at Nexion, we will help you with all of the support and the resources. And so today we're gonna share more about the simple media solutions that can help you to boost your customer base during this time. And so today, as I mentioned, some of the things that we're going to cover as far as simple social media solutions, some of the questions include, how do I increase my client base? What are some of the best ways to stay in touch with existing customers? Why is touting my value and services as a travel advisor now more important than ever before? Another question might be, how do I market myself and my agency to get more leads? And also, what marketing solutions are available to me from a travel host agency? So those are just some of the topics that we will be covering. And before we dive in, we just wanted to share a bit about who Nexion is. Nexion Travel Group, we're a powerhouse host agency that supports all of you. And we've been hosting since 1995, as mentioned earlier, with over 26 years of hosting experience. Nexion is the only wholly owned host travel agency that's backed by our multi-billion-dollar parent company, Internova Travel Group. And we empower our members to grow their businesses and increase their profits with our size, strength, and expertise. And keep in mind that hosting is our only business. We do not deal directly with consumers, and all of our marketing efforts are targeted to help all of the travel advisors manage and grow your businesses. And for our friends up north, and Nexion Travel Group Canada also has deep roots in the travel industry with over 40 years of experience as a Canadian travel agency as well. And we are first and foremost all about the people who make us up, with the more than 4,500 independent travel professionals that we work with across all 50 states in North America, and over 150 plus preferred supplier partners. So really, we are here with our support staff and our systems to help take care of ticketing, operations, fulfillment support, and marketing services, which really frees our members up to do what they do best, which is selling travel and making dreams a reality for their clients. And so now, let's see, I'm going to hand it off to Erica, and we're going to jump into what we are here to cover, our social media solutions.
Perfect. Thank you, Carlin. So let's look at our first solution. So when you're thinking about increasing your client base, one of the most important ways to do that is to know your audience. So what do I mean by that? Knowing your audience means knowing how you're going to market to them. But if you don't know who your audience is, you're not going to be able to give them what they want, which in turn means they're not going to be able to give you their business. So really think about who is your ideal customer. What you want to do is find out as much information as you can about those customers. Start with that simple demographic information. What is the age you're targeting, gender, income, what do they do, what do they like to do in their spare time? So a great way to get some of this information is through simple analytics. Look at the analytics of your website, of your social media profiles. Google's your best friend. It's really important when you're thinking about your demographic information to realize that those demographics do change every year. So it's really important for you to stay kind of ahead of the curve, so to speak, and stay up on those trends to see where the majority of your audience lies. So we also think that, not only should you know your clients, you should follow your competitors. So you want to take the time to do some research on who's out there, what they're doing, or what they're doing really well with their social media accounts. Think about a business who you would like to mirror, or an agency that you maybe aspire to be like. By following your competitors or some colleagues, it's really going to help you kind of with that experimenting process. Maybe there's something that they're doing that you could apply to your own business. One thing that I do want to make sure to point out is if you are mirroring something that a competitor is doing, make sure that you're changing it when you deliver it to your audience. You want to make sure that any social media that you're presenting is going to be in your voice. And one thing to keep in mind, the best part about social media is if you find that a campaign isn't working, or maybe you tried something, didn't go well, you need to start over, there's really nothing stopping you from doing that. Social media really is all about adapting and adopting to those changes. So next up, Wendy will share a little bit more about staying in touch.
Thank you so much, Erica. So our next social media solution is to stay in touch. Are you responding to comments and mentions and tags? Do not leave your audience hanging. Responding to questions and comments, even if it's a simple thank you, is crucial to bringing attention and engagement to your post. And ultimately, this gets your, a little more newsfeed time on each social platform. Okay, so also we just wanted to explain to you that what you want to do is to be actively engaged. And so again, be actively engaged with your followers, but a question we often hear is, when should I post? So here's the key about posting that. So this question comes up a lot from agency owners, and although you can look up the stats on the best times to post throughout the day, I would highly suggest experimenting. Your target audience is going to function differently, so test a few posts in different hours of the day just to see when they're on, to see how much activity is out there and who is posting what and when. You can also see your audience's activity times on Facebook Analytics and also Instagram Analytics. And now off to Carlin.
Great, thank you, Wendy. Our next social media strategy solution on your screen there, you can see, is about sharing your story. You really want to tell people why they should value you and your services as their travel advisor. You want to explain to your clients that now is the time, it's more important than ever before to work with a travel advisor. Really, storytelling is how you're going to show your travel agency human and personable side. You want to stay as far away as you can from direct selling. And your audience goes through that every day. So instead, you want to evoke that human, emotional side of that. Let them come to the decision on their own to buy from you. And really, people don't want to buy into brands. They buy into the story behind the brand. So it's really important to know your point of view. And this really impacts how you do it, how your style of marketing is, who you market to, what social tools you use. Your point of view also impacts the design of your social media and your marketing tools. So for example, the colors that you choose, how you video, your tone of your voice. So all of that is dictated in your voice and telling your story. And how you share your story also has a lot to do with putting yourself out there. Do you have all of your desired social media handles is another question, right? So we suggest picking a clever name, something that's unique, catchy, and related to your business. So you want to check your desired social platforms and domains and see if your handle is available. You could ask, should you have the same handle across all of your profiles? Well, that's a good question. So definitely the answer is yes. If possible, you want to try to keep your handles the same across all of your social channels. And this really makes it easy for your future clients to find and tag your business. So you want to secure all the handles and the URLs. Even if you're not going to use a specific social platform right away, it's still a good idea to go ahead and save your handles just in case you decide to begin marketing in the near future as well. So, and be sure to definitely grab your domain name as well that you are thinking of using for your website. And back to Erica.
Thank you, Carlin. Our next social media solution is to market yourself. So what we see is a lot of people tend to get caught up in trying to have a presence on every social media platform. But really, in reality, you only need to be on 2 to 3 at most. And, if you're trying to be out there on everything, that's going to lead to spreading yourself too thin. And that's going to be a detriment when you're looking at your social profiles. You can't do everything. So what we recommend is when choosing your social profiles, again, it goes back to your demographics. Do your research on each of the channels and who their target demographic is. There is a company, Sprout Social, online. They've got some great tools that you can utilize. I'll put a link to that in the chat box for everyone. And what you want to do is pick the best fitting channel for who it is you're targeting. So for example, maybe you're targeting people that are river cruising. You know, think about who your river cruisers are. That demographic, they're going to tend to be aged 40 or older. And so from there, that's going to tell you that channels like TikTok and Snapchat, those probably aren't going to be where your demographic is hanging out on social media. So perhaps maybe you don't know what to sell, or maybe social media isn't your strong suit. You know, if that's the case, definitely recommend starting out with Facebook. You know, it certainly doesn't mean that you can't have a presence anywhere else, but it really is a great tactic because it's going to give you one place if you feel like you're spread too thin and you're maybe juggling too many things at once. So we also recommend, you know, as we said before, social media is all about adopting and adapting. So when you aren't seeing those results that you want, don't get discouraged. You know, growth is not going to happen in social media overnight. So start slow, start on a small scale, and build from there. You know, maybe if it's not working after that, go back to your original strategy and maybe tweak some of your goals. So with that said, I want to point out the importance of setting goals for yourself. Start out by asking yourself what you want from your social media accounts. From there, you can really begin creating personal goals for yourself. Like I said, start small, whether you're just beginning or maybe you've been doing this for 3 or more years. You want to create tangible goals for yourself and your channels. You'll never know if what you're doing is working unless you're keeping track of it. So that leads us to staying on top of your analytics. The majority of social platforms out there offer in-house analytics of your profile. So there's a good amount of information about your audience and how they're responding to your posts. So it's a really good idea for you to keep track of that. You also want to make sure that you're consistent. I think that's one of the most important rules in social media is consistency. Just as you would get a bad first impression from a restaurant that maybe has an outdated website, a missing Facebook page, you know, your travel audience is going to feel the same way about your page if you don't keep up with it. So if you're posting, you know, once a day or 4 times a day, be consistent with your postings. This is really going to help to ensure that your audience always has something to look forward to, and it's going to help establish your credibility. This also goes to say that you always want to make sure that you're filling out those profiles on your social media 100%. You know, don't leave any information off any of your social media profiles. Make sure that you have your agency logo, you have the profile picture, you know, pick a cover photo that's related to your business, and make sure that you're filling out the about section on each of those channels. So next, Wendy's going to talk to you about host agency solutions in social media.
Thanks, Erica. So how can your host agency help you with your social media? So what does your host agency provide for you? So here at Nexion Travel Group, we've got you covered. We've got our free exclusive social media programs to keep your digital channels updated with relevant consumer-focused content with little to no work from your on-target. It's our social media resource center, and it's designed exclusively for our Nextion members. It has curated content and image social media posts that are stored and can also be sent out of this tool. Now, our resource center includes 3 different modules. It includes an email marketing module, it includes a social media resource tool, and it also does include our on-target ESP. So the first component is our email marketing tool, and you can send your clients personalized emails using templates that we have, using images and supplier content. You can also write your own message. You can choose a relevant theme, banner, and also promote offers from Nexion Travel Group preferred suppliers in your email. The second component is a social media resource tool, giving you the access to relevant content, again, including articles, photos, images, videos, and supplier promotions that you can use for marketing on Facebook, Twitter, and in blogs. And all the content is consumer focused. And again, you're going to choose what you want to post. And something to keep in mind is that you do need to register for a Twitter account to enable posting to your Facebook account. And that is also the third component is on target ESP, which automatically pushes content to your Facebook pages. So when you choose something, at first you're going to choose it to Twitter, and then it's going to automatically post on Facebook. So this allows you to keep your social media channels updated without doing very much work, and it keeps you front of mind when your customers are booking a vacation. And again, there's a variety of content in this, from general destination information to travel quotes to articles, photos, and supplier promotions. So wow, as you can see at Nextion, we have a full suite of business to consumer marketing solutions to help you grow your business. And again, this is at no cost to you. So let's go ahead and talk about a website. So of course, we've got a free website for you as part of your digital presence. And this is called our Leader's Edge. And you're going to be able to gain an edge online. You're going to be able to generate leads and power up your online presence with our website turnkey solution. So what happens is this is a consumer website. It fully integrates with our CRM, customer relationship management tool, AgentMate, and digital marketing suite. This already comes ready to run with a default design that is crisp and professional, featuring your agency logo and contact information. And for those who want to add pages such as highlight groups or specialties, I've seen recipes on here, I've seen wedding registry, honeymoon registry, and so much more. But you have the ability to customize it no matter what you're looking to do. And again, also, this does provide, it's a mobile responsive, which means that the sites adjust to customers that change from their desktop to their laptop to tablet to mobile device. It looks great in all formats. And again, let's go over what this includes. It's going to include branding with your logo and contact. It's going to be, you're going to use your existing domain name to keep current traffic. The domain costs are definitely at your own expense, of course. Default content gets you up and running quickly. It's a drag and drop, super easy, with only a 20-minute training program. So it's a great, great website for you to have. And again, the landing pages and promotional content, we've got all of those updated with our preferred supplier partners. And it also has integration with Nextion and Travel Leaders Network email marketing programs and integration with your social media accounts. So you can really close that loop on customer and prospect engagement between email, website, and social. It also has the ability to add Google Analytics for tracking codes for free traffic analytical tools. And again, the ability to customize the promotional showcase to highlight any preferred content. Now we're going to go back to Erica.
Thank you, Wendy. So, if you like what you're hearing, maybe you're questioning, why Nextion? So Nextion really is the perfect host agency for all types of advisors, from experienced to multi-agent agencies, corporate, and those who are new to the industry. So at Nextion, we can help you be more profitable. We do that with the industry's highest commissions and marketing solutions. We allow you to be more productive using Nextion, our robust technology platform, plus a customer relationship management program that's included with your membership. We allow you to be more connected with marketing and lead generation programs that help keep your agency top of mind. We allow you to be more effective with our award-winning business development and education, and be more supported. We do that by empowering our team of supported travel advisors, dedicated staff, and industry experts. So when you select a host agency, we want you to partner with an exceptional agency that can be there to support you. With Nexion Travel Group, you can sign up with flexible membership options. We have a one-time activation fee per agency and no annual renewal fees. You get thousands of dollars worth of benefits with very little investment. We really are the best value that you're going to get. You have your choice of plan types with commission splits ranging up to 90%. If you're new to the industry and want to kickstart your business, we have our Next Start training programs, mentorship programs, and there's where you start with 60% of non-ARC commissions. For experienced agents, you can opt to keep 70 to 90% of your non-ARC commissions. And then you can also add on additional agents under our Nextion or Nextion 80 or Nextion 90 plans. And our ARC commission percentages will vary based on plan types. You can visit our website, www.nextion.com, for pricing and details. We have no long-term contract, no transaction or per invoice fees, and your commissions are deposited directly into your bank account twice a month.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I was just going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Erica. And so also today we just wanted to do a little recap, and we really want to share about the simple social media solutions to help you boost your customer base, and hopefully the information that we shared gave you some of that. But just wanted to recap that it's recommended that you stay in touch with your customers and do post socially at least at minimum twice a week. So with all of that, with Nextion, we do have the social media tools and resources to help you do this, to stay in front of your customers as well. And in addition to all of that, we help you to promote your agency with all of our marketing programs at no additional cost, to work more efficiently and simplify your booking process. We're here to help you earn more for your hard work with our top tier commissions, with more than 150 plus air, cruise, land, and hotel suppliers and more. And we want to help you to grow professionally with our award-winning business development and education programs, and to stay and plant solid roots in the industry with all of the networking with our Nextion family members. So we are here, we're committed to our members and to the firm belief in the future and the value of all of our travel advisors. And before we move into questions, we just wanted to share our vision, mission, and core values here at Nexion Travel Group. Our vision is to be the most valued and respected host travel agency. Our mission to empower our advisor members, partners, and employees with the most innovative partnerships, education, and support. And our core values there you can see on your screen, which is shoot for the stars, members first, we do what's right, and everyone is in. And there you go, Wendy's just got the screen there. And so at this time, Joni, we will open up for some questions, and Wendy will bring up the last screen with our contact information, so at any point, feel free to call us at the 800-747-6813 number. You can also email us at sales@nextion.com or visit our website at nextion.com.
Thank you so much, ladies. Wow, that's some great information, and definitely you did it in a very concise but very, very a really good a good presentation. I really enjoyed it. You did answer so many questions, so we don't have too many. I did have one here that I wanted to ask you. Does the Twitter account have to be a business account or a personal account?
So really that's a matter of personal preference. If you're the type of person that maybe is a little apprehensive about sharing a lot of personal information out there, and you don't want to intermingle your accounts, then absolutely, I think it makes sense to set up a separate business account. There are those people who are very active socially and will do a lot of social media only using their personal accounts, but I honestly think that's a matter of personal preference and what each individual person is most comfortable with.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree
And I
with that.
think also, those that have clear views, some of them have separate accounts for their business. So, some like, say for a hairdresser, you want to see their work and style. So similarly, if you set up a separate business account, it will have more about travel and your blogs versus, what you might have had for dinner or things like that. So you can kind of keep things separate that way for branding purposes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm
Yep.
not sure how many people really like to care about seeing pictures of my dog if I'm trying to sell them something, which I
Exactly.
You know what? Your
post all
dog
the
is
time.
so cute.
Well, thank you. I do have a
Everybody
cute
loves
dog,
your
but
dog.
still, maybe people that don't like dogs are a little offended by that, But
Right,
I
right.
totally get it. But anyway, so anybody have any other questions? Any of our listeners? We had a number of people on here that I don't know if you're just maybe you're digesting everything that you learned. For everybody to know, you can type those in right now in the question area if you have any. But in the meantime, we do record our webinars, and you'll be able to see this recording later on this afternoon. It should be up. You can see that at travelprofessionalnews.com. You'll notice in there there's a there's recorded webinars area that you can click on, and in those it would be in the host agency webinars. So you can certainly come back. This is the kind of a webinar that I think you kind of want to come back to again and again, and just really digest each and every one of those suggestions and see what really works for you. A number of people here writing thank you, so obviously you did a great job, ladies. So many thank yous here. This is great. Did you ladies have anything else you wanted to share? I'm still waiting to see if there's any more questions, but I'm not seeing it come through quite yet.
Oh, definitely. We thank everyone for their time in attending this. I'm sure after the fact you may have questions. Like Joni mentioned, you can watch the recording, or please feel to reach out to Wendy, Erica, and myself, Carlin, and we will be more than happy to speak with you further. And our contact information is on the screen there as well.
That's
And be
wonderful.
sure to definitely stay close in touch with Nextion. We've got some awesome future announcements that are coming up. Keep checking out our website. You'll be reading about us in the travel trade. So we've got a pretty big announcement to make. So we're excited about it. But keep in tune and keep an eye out for Nextion. Okay.
Well, that's good news.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to be down at
Yeah,
their
you're gonna get to hear
conference
about it.
next
Yep.
week in Orlando, covering it for our magazine. And oh my goodness, now I'm excited to find out what the
You're gonna
exciting
be
news is. So,
so blown away.
oh, I'm excited.
We're
Lots of exciting
excited.
things.
There's no other host agency out there that has something like this. Let's
Oh
just
my
say
God.
that.
Wow. Okay.
I
So that's
know.
something to follow. Now,
I know.
folks that are listening, we will be doing
Yep.
a release on this. We always go and cover the event with pictures and
Uh-huh.
everything that takes place at the event, and that's going to be posted once I get back. I'll be doing that on the way back, and then Andy will be sending that out through our communication. So for those of you on the webinar, I know you probably are getting our emails, otherwise you wouldn't have known about this particular webinar. But if you're not getting our emails, make sure you reach out to us so we can get you on there, and then you'll be able to read all about the exciting news that that we're going to be sharing. I can't wait now. You're getting me more excited by
Yeah.
the minute.
It's huge. It's pretty huge. We're
Oh my
super
God.
excited about it.
Oh gosh, this is going to
Yeah.
kill me. I hate suspense. Oh, I'm excited. This is great.
Well, Joni, you can call me personally and we can
Okay.
chat.
I won't release it though. All right, guys. Well, thank you,
Absolutely. I
ladies.
trust you.
Thank you,
All right. You
Joni.
have a
Thank
great day.
you.
Take care, guys.
Thank
Thank you, everyone.
you, and thank you so much, Carla. And you
Thanks,
guys
Joni,
have
for
a
having
wonderful
us as
rest of
always.
your day. Okay. Thanks all.
You
Thank you,
too.
Joni.
Take
Have a
care.
great day. Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.